How are you all doing? Greetings from the Peepo Coin channel. I hope that today is fantastic for everyone. Wednesday is the date. I hope you're done for the day. I hope you prepare for tonight's live performance, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch it on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and perhaps we'll even start a small Kick account. However, there is a lot to discuss in this episode. In the IRF, there is some breaking news. The Chief Information Officer, or CIO, he quit just before the tax filing deadline. People, what's going on here? What's happening behind the scenes? This one gave me some intriguing ideas. They just made history, Bitwise. Today, the London Stock Exchange will debut a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange-traded product. Holders of XRP, you had better take a seat for this one. Is it staking? Getting to the XRP ledger at last. Okay, you go. The Philion, he claims that staking will soon be available to XRP holders. This alters the passive income plus game. You must hear the huge announcement that Ripple just made before the markets react. One of the most significant days in cryptocurrency this month is today. Strap that resembles a smash button. If you are not following the channel, be sure to click the follow button. It's cost-free. It is beneficial to me. Do it now. I'll hold off. It's already finished there. The speed is so fast. Let's dissect everything, and it all begins now. $83,731 is the value of Bitcoin. Ethereum is currently trading at $1,575 after dropping 2.4% during the last day. At 99 cents, it is currently down 34.7% of both the USDT and USDC, while XRP continues to keep its fourth place position as usual. It will look much better at numbers 3 to 2. But it looks fine at number 4. After that, the Bitcoin maxes can start trembling as they compete for the top slot, which comes in at $2.07, with a total market value of $2 trillion, $659 billion. Now, if you are not an official member of the YouTube channel, you may access all of the videos and special content for the monthly cost of a cup of coffee. All you need to do is click the join button in any video. That's it. If you attend the live streaming, your message will be displayed to me. It stands out with a small emoji. The ability to see your questions, comments, and worries above all else during the thousands of people watching the live feeds makes the $4.99 monthly cost of admission well worth it. You can do so from any video. That's all. Become a member of the channel. Boom boom bada beam. I'm going to break. This is fascinating. On the eve of tax filing, the IRS CIO announces his resignation. Thus he quit just before the year's busiest tax week. There's no denying that this seems deliberate. Perhaps there is something going on at the IRS behind the scenes. It might be connected to a significant technological failure that they haven't yet released. Maybe cybersecurity, or is a controversy on the verge of happening. And I want to know if he resigned voluntarily, or if he was quietly forced out. Are watchdogs and politicians dissatisfied with the IRS modernization initiatives or data security? There are several factors involved, but in my opinion, the timing is really intriguing. They plan to introduce exchange-traded products for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ETPs. It's similar to an ETF, I suppose, that is declining daily on the London Stock Exchange in the US. And then you go on to say that he will be introducing staking to us XRP holders. Yes, exactly. People don't blame the messenger. I am that. Allow XRP holders to stake their cryptocurrency in actively validated services so they can provide a yield, he argues. And I quote, "Pay attention. The next simple win is staking for XRP, which will use F-Assets V2 and protocol-managed wallets to allow XRP holders to stake their XRP to AVSs and actively validated services. They will then be able to receive a yield from the actively validated service paid in that actively validated service token, allowing XRP to be used as security for another network for the first time, and receiving a yield in return. That's quite low-hanging fruit, then. But then you go and flare, which is really interesting. Let's watch how this develops. Let's also check what you were able to recoup. Look, I'm going to tell you now that you can get Flare back if you can stake XRP for the most bizarre reason. Good night, Flare. Good night. That is all I will say. Folks, that's not a good look. Allow me to obtain this article from CoinDesk. Cardano, their leader. A significant decline in majors occurred as Chinese equities in Hong Kong extended their losses to as much as 2.9% following Wednesday's opening, despite the Chinese economy expanding 5.4% in the first quarter, according to XRP ETF, which targets Bitcoin profit-taking pro shares. What have you learned? Bitcoin and other major coins. Very simple. They dropped more than 3% as profit-taking ensued after Tuesday's surge. Despite encouraging ETF developments and the fact that big investors have paused the sale of Bitcoin, XRP's price is still predicted to fall. However, accumulation means a weak. In the first video of the day, I believe the accumulation is beginning to pick up again. Whales were snatching up millions and millions of Bitcoins as we demonstrated. This is such an intriguing read. Would you be able to listen to it if you wanted to go listen to it? However, we are aware that the range for Bitcoin that we are considering is between here and 78,000. Therefore, the range in which Bitcoin will break is 78 to 83. As we previously said, it has already visited the high of 86 to 88. As a result, we anticipate a correction to the lower levels where we are at the moment in order to gather more liquidity before it begins its next run-up. There is nothing to worry about. Yet Chainlink appears to be incredibly appealing and seductive down here. Dominance of the Bitcoin market cap reaches a 4-year high. We've discussed this, folks. We have discussed Bitcoin. We discussed the primacy of market capitalization. We warned you that this may reach 70%. Bitcoin will be reaching a new all-time high at that point. There will be some insane price points on it. After that, we'll have an alternate season and rotation. It is similar to clockwork. Every 4 years this occurs. The tendency is to prioritize altcoin season above Bitcoin season. Regretfully, that's simply not how it operates. According to Jim Richards, there are two options in the currency war. The system either breaks down or undergoes reform, as was the case at Bretton Woods. The war against currencies will continue until 2025 or possibly 2030. Listen up, people. This is insane. And we're looking at 2025 to 2030 if you go out 15 years. Currency wars have no logical end, which is why they drag on for so long. There is no logical conclusion to them. A monetary war can only be resolved by systemic reform or systemic collapse. You have the option of allowing the system to fall apart or change it, as we did at Bretton Woods, the Smithsonian Accord, the Plaza Accord, and the Louvre Accord in the 1980s. That's an interesting observation because, according to Tim Kosman, host of the Bitcoin Treasury podcast, Alan Luter predicts that in the next 5 to 10 years, gold will remain the sleeping giant of legacy finance, while Bitcoin will play a bigger role in discussions and allocations in corporate and government treasuries. This is really fascinating. Often gold is crying uncontrollably. We are aware that gold will eventually rectify. Silver might start to go up at that point. However, we are aware that one of the most insane bull markets you have ever seen or experienced is likely to occur in the cryptocurrency space. Amidst all of this, Ripple received a significant announcement. Indeed, the Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD, is compatible with both the Ethereum and XRP ledgers, and may eventually be incorporated into Cardano. It has now been formally incorporated into Ripple payments. With the support of institutional-grade compliance, transparency, and trust, it is making cross-border payments possible in real time. This was released by Ripple yesterday. They wrote a whole post about stable coins for payments, their advantages, their cheaper prices, their improved security,